Today, we're getting right to the point by talking about an important subject, the kinds of gifts you should think about turning down. Rather than instilling fear, this guidance aims to empower you to make sensible decisions that support your safety and growth. In a world full with options, knowing what not to do may often be just as crucial as knowing what to do. We'll guide you through 5 categories of gifts that might be detrimental, assisting you in preserving a pleasant atmosphere, preserving your vitality, and preserving your inner tranquility. It's critical to understand that our environment has a significant impact on our well-being. Gifts that don't align with your principles or detract from the aesthetic coherence of your home can quietly change your life. You are safeguarding not just your external surroundings, but also your life's spiritual and emotional well-being when you exercise discernment. It's important to realize that kindness is not always motivated by good intentions. Certain gifts have conditions attached to them in an effort to control the recipient or instill a sense of duty. Understanding the meaning behind the gift can help you avoid future problems that impede your personal development and peace of mind. Number 1. Gifts that makes you feel strange. It's important to listen to your inner alert while taking a gift. You shouldn't take a present that gives you anxiety, uneasiness, or just a bad feeling lightly. Gifts with bad energies or hidden objectives may be connected to a troubled past or coming from a person with dubious intentions, might evoke such sentiments. You, as a chosen one, possess an extremely potent subconscious mind. If you feel uncomfortable accepting a gift or invitation, it's probably because your subconscious is picking up signals that you're not aware of on a conscious level. If you ever find yourself in a position like this, follow your instincts. Refusing a present or taking it out of your area if it's already there won't hurt you. You don't have to defend your behavior to others. The harmony of your environment and your own tranquility are of utmost importance. A present should make you happier rather than more stressed. Avoid gifts that make you feel anxious inside. Number 2. Gifts with heavy emotional burdens. Certain possessions are more than just items. They have emotional significance and are connected to real-life stories that reflect difficult experiences in the past. Our houses are more than simply physical locations. They serve as an environment for the activities we engage in on a daily basis and have a big impact on how we feel. Things that leave scars from painful experiences or relationships can weigh us down, entangling us in past sorrow and obstructing our ability to experience joy and lightness. The tranquility we strive to establish in our living area is disturbed if an item consistently arouses feelings of regret or melancholy in us. Giving up items associated with unpleasant memories is a significant act of self-care and a necessary first step in severing emotional ties to the past. This is about preventing these items from controlling our present emotional state, not about forgetting what happened or the lessons that were learned. While letting go is a very personal and sometimes difficult choice, it is also immensely freeing. Not only does it provide physical space, but it also makes room in our hearts and brains for enjoyment and new experiences. Giving these things up demonstrates our dedication to our personal well-being and demonstrates that our identity is determined by our ability to move past our previous wounds and embrace growth instead. Number 3. Religious gifts. Why do objects associated with religion or mysticism have such a strong influence? These items bear the intents and energy of their former owners and are deeply spiritually charged. It's important to acknowledge the profound impact that such objects may have on the ambiance of our surroundings, rather than to minimize the beliefs of other people. Just as our gut tells us to avoid situations that make us uncomfortable, we also need to understand the nuanced meanings of the gifts we are given. Objects connected to spiritual or religious activities have certain energy, rituals, and beliefs that might not align with our own personal ideals. These are not barely gifts. Rather, they have deep meaning that may affect the spiritual vibe in our homes. It's critical to design a living environment that upholds your mental health and represents your ideals. Consider carefully whether a gift associated with spiritual pursuits fits with your lifestyle if you get one. Think about if the item fits with your values and the atmosphere you want to create at home. It can be advisable to keep it outside of your area if it seems disruptive or inappropriate. Remember that keeping an object of this kind involves considering not only its appearance, but also the energy it holds that is invisible to the naked eye and may have an impact on the people residing in your home. Your house ought to be a harmonious haven of serenity. This equilibrium can be upset by an unsuitable object, upsetting the tranquil atmosphere you work so hard to preserve. Number 4. Gifts that may weaken our moral standings. There are times when gifts and offers have unstated consequences that compel us to compromise our moral principles. It is very important that while making decisions on what to accept as a gift, we must stay true to our values, because our moral principles guide us through difficult circumstances in life. They help us stay true to our convictions, even in the face of temptations to accept offers that would otherwise compel us to abandon our morals in order to benefit us. Giving in to these kinds of temptations might weaken our fundamental identity. Taking these gifts or offers might undermine our core beliefs, impacting our self-perception and the integrity of our surroundings. Anything that compels us to overlook someone's unethical behavior, a bribe presented as a gift, or any other advantage that contradicts our moral values should all be avoided. The price is never too low. We must fiercely reject it while maintaining our dignity, understanding that nothing tangible is worth sacrificing our moral clarity and tranquility. We get more determined to live a life that is authentic and consistent with our core values each time we refuse these things. This relates to our larger discussion about designing a life and environment that really represent our moral principles. Not only should we trust our instincts and make decisions that are consistent with our values and spirituality, but we also need to uphold our integrity by shunning anything that may compromise it. Number 5. Gifts that are not aligned with our values. When choosing which gifts to accept, keep in mind that our living spaces should represent who we are, our guiding principles, and the vibe we wish to attract into our lives. Creating an environment that feels as cozy and welcoming as home requires being aware of the spiritual and energy influences of specific objects. It also emphasizes how important it is to be mindful of how our environment might impact our emotions and behavior. We create the groundwork for a healthy existence by deciding to hold on to things that uplift and encourage our spiritual journeys. It involves creating a haven for ourselves that is in line with our values. Our life's purpose and ideals are reaffirmed with every decision we make on what to preserve or discard. We've listed the 5 types of gifts that could jeopardize your ethics and general well-being. It's important to stay away from these things since they might disturb your inner serenity or have a questionable past. It's crucial to make an informed decision by following your instincts and good judgment. It's also important to actively seek out good influences that complement your ideals and improve your life rather than passively avoiding bad ones. Your path is shaped by every choice you make, whether it's selecting gifts that provide happiness and connection, or forming routines that promote well-being and progress. Participating in our community by leaving comments, sharing, and providing feedback is not only helpful for other people, but also enhances your own life. Every contact is an opportunity for learning and development, and we are here to help you along the journey. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and like the video. I appreciate you being here. See you in the upcoming video.